time. 18. Shot. Jordan. Michael Jordan. 14 seconds. Brown. Left foot. Look for Sleepy Floyd. Look. Oh, he threw it to the wrong man. He threw it to Worthy. It's over. It's over.
I think it's a matter of getting some practices under his belt, and I think he'll be in the lineup Saturday.
They've gone 6-0 without him. Paige fouled while shooting a three. Beasley, excellent. Carolina.
Well, a little bit of an overclose right there by Beasley. It puts him at a deficit. And Paige, how about the efficiency of that move?
In the spotlight of Big Monday, and perhaps some of these young players a bit nervous. Paige drops in another three, and it's 8-0 for the Tar.
They couldn't solve it.
Bryce Johnson called for the most recent North Carolina foul, and now they're on the board. Xavier Rathan-Mayes.
I wonder if that gets him going.
Team's done little to activate the fans. That's another three for Marcus Paige.
Leonard Hamilton wisely can't waste it. Next dead ball would have been a timeout, but this thing getting away from you early.
Bury the bucket. He's having an excellent sophomore season. 12.5 points per game. That's up from 4 points last year when he was a bench player. Foul is on. Another turnover. Barry sends it ahead to Paige, running the floor and goaltending. Count the bucket for Marcus Paige, and Leonard Hamilton has to be thinking about another timeout. It's 19-5. Hayes stopped just inside the free throw line, was given an angle to shoot, so he took the shot and missed it. Underneath, Bryce Johnson right down the lane.
You know, right now Florida State's not scoring enough to keep
7 feet. Michael Ojo, unfortunately, has been injured with a meniscus and hasn't played this year, and that's a big loss. A senior, and unlike Kumajay, he's not been. He's 304 pounds. Three-pointer for XRM. Nice throw ahead by Mann. Bacon off to Rathan-Mayes for three.
To go one-on-one because he's matched up against Barry. Instead, he sees Rathan-Mayes, who had made a three already. So the vision to find, and then a poor decision in transition. So quick back-to-back possession that doesn't make you happy if you're Roy Williams.
Rathan-Mayes again.
You can't fool an official. If you start to act something out that's not there, there's punishment that comes with it. I wouldn't mind seeing that rule on the college level.
Rathan-Mayes, another three. And it's a 2-point game in the first minute of the second half. Into Johnson again. I'm not sure he ever had possession of that, but he fumbled it into the bucket.
Well, and see, North Carolina right away on consecutive possession says, okay, you're going to play Monte Brandon at the 4. We're going to go right inside to Bryce Johnson.
Out the bucket for Xavier Rathan-Mayes. He could play first team All-American.
Yeah, he's averaging 27 against him. The spin move to get by Barry, rotation is late.
He's ever scored in a most points in a game by a freshman for Florida State. He had 5 threes in that game. Beasley to the bucket, blocked by Bryce Johnson, cleanly so. And the run out for Marcus Paige. What a huge play by Bryce Johnson, when it looked like Florida State was going to take its first lead of the night. He's back to 5.
They go to their 1-3-1 trap.
Wow, Rathan-Mayes from the Canadian border.
Well, this is the other end. Carolina goes into their 1-3-1. Marcus Gamble's an efficient dribble, but how about the deep range? And the Florida State Seminole bench says, yes, sir, that's my man.
Beasley went for the steal, didn't get it. Paige, his first bucket since 13. The second time. I'm not sure that pass was intended for him originally. Wow! Beasley soared to the bucket, and he'll have a chance for three. Bryce Johnson banks one home, a 30-point night by Bryce Johnson. He had a game not long ago. He wanted to stay in the game late because he wanted to get 20 rebounds for the first time in his life. He might. Brandon, the veteran, attacks wildly. Bryce Johnson held his ground. Paige leading a 3-on-1 break. Marcus Paige, count it, and a foul.
Too many options, too explosive. They are 7th in the country in points per game. Hasn't even reached its full potential. Bryce Johnson, Marcus Paige, both guys able to.
All right, Carl, thank you. Marcus Paige completes the three-point play. And this explosive North Carolina night have been impressed by a lot of those they came to see. 7 minutes to go. Paige from right in front of the Carolina bench.
How about Paige and Johnson though on the pick and roll, a little switch.
Boy, Paige, beautiful play. Nifty ball handling. And the pass to Johnson for 2 more. 5 minutes to go. A lot of weapons on the offensive end.
Is there another team that can score to the degree and the number of ways that they can?
That's a good question. I'll have 22. The most points scored by an opponent in the Tucker Center is 38 points. Rathan-Mayes a 3. But they're running out of time. Down by 9, 2.5 to go.
They've got to run out Florida State. They run a stagger to get Bacon going to his right.
Paige, they ran some clock. Berry, a huge 3. Great possession for North Carolina as they hit the center. Booker the miss. Johnson had it for a moment. Jackson got it off to Berry. Let the fun begin, or at least continue. Marcus Paige all the way to the rim. Xavier Rathan-Mayes.